Hey guys, what's up everyone? I'm Xephanon Gaming, but known as Harry in real life, and today I'm going to be walking you through two different games. First up is Fortnite, which you can see I'm starting with 22 players left and the storm is shrinking. And the second game will be Rainbow Six Siege. I'm just going to be talking you through the strategies. It's raining outside, which I love the atmosphere of because I absolutely adore the rain, but let's get straight into talking the game inside. So as you can see, refueling at the station, a lovely feature that Fortnite added, which is being able just to refuel here, which I believe is a lovely addition to the game. And here I am picking up some loot, which, well, I don't really believe I picked up a weapon there, based on what you're seeing there. But just going for ammo. There you can see a car driving about, and of course in this, I have a lovely team radio for myself, which I thought I'd had to be funny. But it was quite a fun game to play. Here we are switching into a Mercedes G-Wagon, or it converts into a Cybertruck, as I won the Cybertruck through the rocket racing feature in Fortnite. By completing so many stuff on rocket racing, I ended up winning the Cybertruck as a car skin, and here I am up at Loma Flare. Because I can hear shooting, I thought, maybe let's go and check it out, but obviously get pinged here and just take cover. I'm off away, but I no doubt know that someone will be chasing me, but here we go, straight around the back. I can't remember if there was someone here, but I remember my car getting stuck and then someone beamed at me from up on the, I think actually I might have shot at, they shot at me first. I was about to say, I think I might have shot at me first. I wasn't entirely sure about it, but just take cover behind a rock as we are healing up. Pick up the spy rifle, ready to hit anyone quite heavily. Pinged again, which is quite a useful feature in Fortnite if you want to know where your opponent is going to be in this sort of situation. Here they go, firing shots at trees, trying to take them down, see if they have any form of knowledge on where I am. Hit them with for 96 their shield, which I was thinking of pushing in this scenario, but I'd rather stay covered behind a rock because it gives me a much better advantage. I mean, they have the height advantage, which is quite good for endgame, but it's not necessarily good for this point in the game. And here I go pushing. I know I've took 96 away from my shield, so just run over and push, which quite overwhelms your opponent because they won't know that you're coming. Here they are, up above. Try and build around myself. A very useful feature in Fortnite is a build feature. I thought I was going to die here in the game. Thankfully got some lucky shotgun shots off, and I pick up the gold spy rifle in replacement of my purple one. Here I go, replenishing my shield again, and then I will replenish my health. Storm circle closing in here, which is part of the Battle Royale feature in Fortnite. Many games with a Battle Royale feature, you will see a circle closing in on yourself, which makes it quite more pressured, because you're going to be under more pressure to try and stay in the area. As the longer the game goes on, the more you will find that your shield will deplete. So here we are, drifting off again, trying to get to that circle. As you can see, Brutal is still in the circle down there. I thought it was called Brutal Bastion here initially, as that used to be a place in Fortnite, but obviously wasn't in the season. It was Brutal Boxcars. Just keeping an eye out for people around me, on the move, and about quite a lot. I don't know why I'm looking at a tree for, but someone up on the hill there, trying to hit them with my spy rifle. Not the best of aims, but hit them for, I believe, about 100 there. Going to come and try and plough through their metal wall, but initially they deal way more damage than I was expecting them to. Just wait until they're going to drop down, unless I just depart. Yeah, I'll just depart from here on. The car obviously weaving about in the rocks, trying to carve out a path to just make my way through. I was thinking of maybe swapping out into that car until I heard somebody there. So just carry on with my business, carry on going, and all's well in the end. The thing I like about this game, this isn't the version where I added the team radio. Team radio is added in the actual YouTube version itself, but this is just me explaining it with, well, there's not much sound going on in the background because I'm not actually sure I haven't put sound on it. It would have been a much more useful feature, but, we'll go for it. Slowly being beamed from up on the hill and then heal myself up. Now, a few people will say beaming because they're just smashing shots down at you. Quite heavy shots which will deal quite a lot of damage to your health. As you can see, they're launching a massive force of weapon over at me to try and knock me back and take my health down a bit. I just initially run away and take cover behind a rock, which you'll tend to see me do a lot. Another thing I love to do is bush camp. I know people find it annoying, but in Fortnite it helps me out a lot. I just like to sit in a bush, wait until endgame. This is usually what I tend to do ranked. If I can get a few early kills off, just sit and wait in a bush and then fight at endgame and do the best of the job I can. But slowly on the move over the hill here. I don't know if there's anyone else about who I end up getting down on in this scenario and not in that farm. Getting down on, I mean, just going and hitting my shots off well, and just trying to get him down. Here we go, straight out. You can see a blue shotgun now, and blue for many different colours in Fortnite mean different forms of weapon. Not different forms of weapon, obviously, but different rarities. So grey's common, green's uncommon. In case you didn't know in Fortnite, you've got your blue, which is rare, purple legendary, orange is your legendary. Sorry, purple is your I can't actually remember what purple. No, purple's epic. Your golden and your goldish yellowish colour is a mythic. And then, as you can see to the right side of my inventory down below, heals are uncommon. So your mini pots and your big pots and your med kits will all be uncommon. I actually can't remember if big pots are rare. So drop a comment down below, guys, or drop a comment in the stream here at the side, just to let me know if they are a blue heal, a rare heal, or an uncommon heal, because I'm not fully sure on this myself at this time in the game. So here we go, blasting off past Supernova Academy and on my way into one of the final circles in the game. Been faring up strong here, been having a good game in myself, which is something I haven't had in about 2 years on Fortnite. But here we go, straight down past Supernova Academy and into a bush, which is probably what I am going to do for the rest of the game here on out. I just sit and chill in the bush. Obviously got someone watching at me at this point in the game. As you can see down in that left hand corner, that eye means you are being spectated. Underneath the map, the person icon is how much you're left in the game. The timer icon shows you how much time you've got left in the game. And the thing what looks like a scope aim is how much people you've killed. During this season, that A you can see at the right hand side of my screen is showing my rank. Here's a map, just have a quick check of it, see where the circle's closing in on. And yeah, I pretty much just like bush camping in Fortnite, and as I said, people will find it very annoying, and to be honest, I don't blame them, but it's just what it is, innit? You know, people are going to expect you to go and fight, and that's how it is, gang. But if you want to stay safe, then I'd suggest camping in a bush, or maybe camping behind a rock, although rocks are much more exposed behind you. In a bush, you just got your own little space. If someone comes past your bush, just leave them to it. If they come in your bush, Give him a whack over the head with a shotgun, I suggest, or spray him. Now here we roll into our siege game. Now, I absolutely love Rainbow Six Siege. It is one of my most favourite games of all time. Well, actually, I'd say my second most favourite of all time after F1. I'm a massive fan of the Formula 1 game. As you can see here, I'm not very good at Siege, but sometimes I will be able to put up a late game performance. Just checking around because it said I was spotted by a scan, which means a drone would have probably been in my room. Someone has found the bombs at this sort of time in the game. Just breaking this wall down, giving myself a little vantage peek of what's going on down those stairs. Come up to where my team is. Time is going down, obviously, but then I realise that there's no wall there to peek through. So come round into this room. This is a room I love to hide in this map, and I hide tech cover behind this wall because through the window you can see nobody is going... Well, the window is boarded up, nobody is going to be able to get in there unless they throw a bomb around the corner where you're stood at. It's happened to me a few times where you've had a grenade through in the room and round the corner at you. But thankfully I don't die because they seem to throw it at an odd angle and it hits back at themselves and takes damage to themselves. So what can I really say? Some people aren't exactly the greatest at the game, but you know what? At least they're better than me at the end of the day. Just standing waiting to see if I can hear anybody around me in this scenario. Obviously window isn't broken at this point in the game. Coming around the corner, having a quick peek around the door. And a thing I love about Siege is you can tilt with your weapon around corners. So you can get really good pixel peaks, which is like literally 1 pixel of space on your screen, and you can just slam a shot into your opponent here. Just having a quick peek, looking that gap there to see if anybody is around the corner, which I went in this situation. My teammate down the hall from me, just have a quick peek, nobody around. Okay, perfect. Teammate in that room there, which as you can see the wall is quite badly damaged on. But this is normal, absolutely normal to see in Rainbow Six Siege, a wall being damaged. It just gives you an easier sight to point your gun out of and absolutely smash bullets through your opponent. Have a peek around the corner there. That is a wall which has been blown open by our opponents. Just being careful here, hiding behind a wall. Sometimes I'm stupid and like to run straight into action, but what can I say? You got to try at least win your game. Oh, opponent down the hall. Just have a quick sprint down. Have a little peek, and obviously at this point I don't notice until the last second that Iana is stood there. Well, it's Maverick at this point. I believe it was Iana for some dumb reason, but hey ho. Yeah, obviously didn't see my opponent now, which was pretty stupid of me. Here's the cameras, which you can flicker through, and we end up winning. Let's see how our teammate managed to barrel him down. Just a peek round the corner. Look at that. Absolutely incredible aim. Smashes her skull off. And then we go 1-0 up. A thing I love about Siege is some of the operators' special abilities, which I tend to like to use on Siege quite a bit, but honestly I've never used an operator special ability on Siege before, mainly because I didn't have a clue that they existed. But that's all there's time for today, guys. I'm so thankful that you joined me on this live stream. I hope you all have a lovely night, and I'll see you all on the next one. Alright, cheers gang, see you later, and have an awesome night.